forecast first. Sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Just perfect conditions on this Friday evening with temperatures now into the middle 70s in many spots. However, in Pontiac, Bloomington, as well as Springfield and Jacksonville, cold front is now finally beginning to be felt a little bit more. Lower 70s are seen there. But it is still 80 in Danville, 80 in Petersburg, and 81 in Effingham. But we have our Adams Memorial weather camera up on our roof and dog island in Champaign. Obviously, you can see Memorial Stadium. We've got a lot of blue skies out there, so it should be a nice evening tonight for your Friday football games. Winds are out of the west between about 5 and 15 miles an hour now, so they are coming down a bit, and it will continue to do that overnight tonight. So pretty clear, temperatures dropping down into the upper 50s, and a beautiful Saturday is expected. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
It was an attack on the cat. It wasn't a self-defense.
A pet was pepper sprayed. The person got away, and its owner is baffled why it ever happened in the first place.
A staff member at an elementary school was accused of sexual assault. What police said about the investigation today.
Every day in America, 22 veterans commit suicide.
And one of those is this player's uncle. What he and his teammates are doing to bring awareness and maybe save a life.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
All I could think to ask him was, what did you spray? What did you do to this cat?
A woman says her cat was pepper sprayed in the face. The person who did it got away, but a neighbor saw it all. Good evening. I'm Jessica Coons in for Paul.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. This is a picture of Clarence. You can see his eyes. They are covered in this stuff. It happened on West Clark near South New Street in Champaign. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in the control room. Courtney, so, I mean, we're all wondering, why would somebody do this?
Exactly, Jennifer. That's the question the owner's asking, too, because she says the cat was just sitting on the porch minding its own business when this happened.
I think this was just kind of traumatizing for him.
Pepper spray is something you have in case you're attacked. But Leslie Till is still trying to understand why someone would use it on her pet. Till says she was sitting inside yesterday morning when she heard her cat, Clarence, crying out in pain.
I heard a big cat howling fiasco. It was different than any howl I'd ever heard. I peeked out the door and Clarence just ran inside. He couldn't open his eyes. He was just like, you know, kind of sitting over in pain, and he was foaming out of his mouth.
It was an attack on the cat. It wasn't a self-defense.
Stephanie Fisher says she saw it all happen.
I look away for a second, and as I looked back, he was walking by, had this can of pepper, or a can of spray. I didn't know what it was. And then just started hosing this cat. I came running off my porch, terrified for this cat. I didn't know what he was doing or what he had. And so I kind of chased him away. And before he was out of earshot, all I could think to ask him was, what did you spray? What did you do to this cat? And he said it was pepper spray, and that was what it was meant for.
Luckily, Till was able to clean Clarence's eyes out, and he's doing all right. Police were called and couldn't find the person who did it. Till says she can't believe why anyone would.
If there was a problem, we could have worked that out, but I just don't think that pepper spray was the solution.
You may not make eye contact with everybody that you see, but people still see you. And we saw him, and we are going to find him. The police are going to find him, and I hope he goes to jail for animal cruelty.
The cat owners say some people have questioned why they let their cats go outside, but they say they don't have any problem with it because the cats mind their own business and never leave the property. Back to you guys.
I appreciate that her neighbor is so fired up about this.
Yeah, definitely a good neighbor to have.
Yeah, thank you. Now, one of their neighbors has a camera on his house, but unfortunately it wasn't on yesterday. Police ask anyone with more information to contact them. News tonight at 6, a Decatur man is facing charges after police say he beat his daughters with a belt. 28-year-old Craig Owens was arrested for domestic battery and aggravated battery of a child. He's accused of beating one child after she got some of her math problems wrong. Court documents also say he hit her sister while she was eating cereal before school. Both girls had marks on them.
A substitute teacher was asked to leave the building after he made racial comments. This happened during a health class yesterday at Mattoon High School. The school district announced the teacher has been removed from any future substitution positions. They thanked students for telling them about what happened. We have new details tonight on a sexual assault investigation at an Urbana elementary school. Urbana police say they have no evidence to prove a staff member inappropriately touched a student at Thomas Paine. Police say that person was accused of having inappropriate physical contact with a student during recess on the playground. Earlier this week, district leaders told us those involved were on leave while DCFS investigated. The district says DCFS and police both found there was no abuse. A lawyer for the child's family says they are not satisfied with the results of the investigation. They say this is not over. To read the family's full statement and a statement from police, go to WCIA.com. Security is a top priority for people who run businesses out of their house.
Anyone can have access to your home address, and it's not always safe. But a new law will change that. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin is live in Springfield now. So, Gabrielle, what would this new law do?
Well, Jennifer, this law would allow business owners to hide their address if they have a legitimate reason to fear for their safety. Lawmakers hope that it will prevent stalking and other predatory activities.
It doesn't even feel like my house anymore. It just feels like I'm at my business.
Susan Dannenberger and her family operate a full-scale winery out of their home. The business has grown over the years, but it all started with a home office turned into a wine tasting room.
In the beginning, it would be weird. I would look outside. I'm like, people are in my yard. It was a strange feeling.
Dannenberger says she feels pretty secure at her business. And while Sangamon County Clerk Don Gray says most other home businesses in Sangamon County feel safe too, there is a new law to protect people who don't.
To operate a third-party name under an individual, you have to register that with the county clerk. A part of the category of that information is their address, and we have to publicly disclose that address in the business.
The new law allows people to list the county clerk's address for their home business, but it only applies in certain cases. A business owner has to have a police report or court order proving the need to keep their address confidential.
There are instances where individuals' personal safety might be at risk from some sort of domestic violence or battery situation. We certainly don't want to expose them or preclude them from being a part of the process of owning their own business.
Dannenberger says she's happy other business owners will now have the ability to feel safe.
Sounds like a great idea for especially a small business where you have product in cash in your house. I think it's a great idea.
The bill was signed into law, but the law does not take effect until January. For now, we're live in Springfield. Gabrielle Franklin, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Gabrielle, thank you so much.
Fewer people in Illinois have health insurance, why they say they're taking that risk.
And also tonight.
Mission 22 sticker.
To some, it's just another sticker on a football helmet. Why that number 22 means so much more to one player and his team.
And football games across the area will be nice this evening with temperatures now falling into the 70s. But we did top out today at 83, even though we did have the cold front and some of those spotty showers and storms come through earlier this morning. So we got a beautiful day for tomorrow, a very small chance of some storms on Sunday. And overall, though, it's still a pretty hot week. We'll talk about that next.